Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week of January 1st to the 7th, the very first week of 2024. I am so excited. So first we're going to pull a card from the Giant Tarot to represent the overall energy and theme of this week, and you have the Eight of Swords. So, it happens. I was kind of picking up on a situation for you, Leo, like as I was shuffling the cards of like, now this is really specific and will only resonate with a few of you. I feel some sense of frustration. Some of you may be in a relationship where you may want clarity or commitment from your person that they are not really giving you. For example, some of you may really want marriage and you feel like this person isn't giving you a straight answer about that, or they're like dragging their feet on it, which is very frustrating, obviously. So I don't know, that scenario came into my mind as I was shuffling your cards. So I feel like there may be someone watching who may be in that situation right now. This could also be like others of you could have broken up with someone or things have not worked out with someone, and there's still some healing for you to do, some processing for you to do before you like kind of move on is what I'm seeing here. And that may be why the Eight of Swords came out as well, because you're still kind of in the midst of the pain and there's a need here to move forward, detangle yourself from this pain, take the blindfold off, see them for how they were, how they are, which is very hurtful, not a good person. Eight of Swords, I never really connected with the Eight of Swords as a card, but I feel like I'm connecting with it so strongly right now in your reading. I feel like it represents a time and place where you're not seeing things for how they are, for how painful they are, for how toxic they may be. She's blindfolded and bound up, surrounded by pain. By pain and suffering, when she should be living in this little castle back here. She should be a princess or a prince or whatever. She deserves better. And her intuition, as represented by the water, is guiding her away from the situation. And once she gets away from it, she can take that blindfold off, turn around, and see how painful it was to begin with. However, you can't see how painful a situation is or how not compatible with you it is until you have some separation from it. It's kind of like when you date someone or you're friends with someone or you're, family with someone, you're living with them, you're seeing them all the time and they're toxic, and you won't realize that fully until you completely separate yourself from the situation. And then when you have that separation for some weeks, some months, some years, you turn around and you really see how bad it was. You're never going to be able to see how bad it is while you're in the midst of it, because your body is focusing on survival. It's focusing on making it through the situation. And, it's a part of a survival tactic that your body uses to sort of like try to make the most of the situation while you're there. So that way you're not just drowning in unhappiness the entire time. So I don't know. I'm seeing a situation like that. If you're in a separation with someone, I feel like spirit is coming through very strongly and saying the separation is good and it will allow you to take the blindfold off and see who they are truly, which is not good for you. Okay. Like if they were meant for you, if they were aligned with you, they would be in your life. They're not in your life. You're in separation because they are not in alignment with you. They may not be in alignment with good or love either. So good to know. Anyways, that was very specific. We have a sorcerer coming through, and it says ambition, determination, willpower, creation, and focus. Yeah, I feel like right now you're trying to keep yourself busy, keep your mind busy by focusing on your goals, your dreams, your work, your wishes, whatever it is that you're trying to develop in life, which is great. We see not the right time. Yeah, spirit is really coming through and saying, like, again, if you're in a separation with anyone, it is not the right time for you to contact them. It is not the right time for you to chase. There's something in your life where, like, if there's anything where you're like, why isn't this changing yet? Or like, where is the message? Where is the whatever? Spirit is saying it's not the right time. This is the time for you to be allowing this healing to take place, to create more space for yourself. You need to spend time in space in the divine feminine, either like single or just time to let your nervous system relax. That's one thing that no one really talks about. After you overcome a lot of stress, burnout, toxic situations, things like that, sometimes there's like a period afterwards where you just have zero motivation to do anything and all you want to do is just relax and like watch movies or play video games or read books. And you're like, why do I have zero drive to work or be ambitious like I used to. And the reason is because your nervous system literally just needs a break. It just is like needing to calm down and reset. And, you know, a part of that resetting is allowing yourself leisure time. If you spend so many hours of your life stressed out, you know, sometimes your body just craves that fun. I remember like I had like not quite a toxic childhood, and you know, I felt like I had to be an adult like my whole life emotionally. And I remember when I finally moved out of my family home and lived on my own, there was a period of like 3 to 4 years where I just like kind of unconsciously reverted back to childhood. And I just really gave myself space to have like no responsibilities. I mean, I was stressed out, don't get me wrong, because I had like no money, but I gave myself space to have like no responsibilities. And, you know, I just spent a lot of time just like playing, and not like a child, but, you know, playing as an adult, you know, like going out, having fun, staying in, relaxing, whatever. Like it took me years of doing that, and then I got it out of my system, and then I'm like, okay, what am I doing here? So some of you guys may need that. Okay, we're gonna get 6 cards, 2 rows of 3 from the Cozy Witch Tarot. I love this deck, it's brand new, I love it. First card out is the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, and this is what it looks like upright. And it says, when in doubt, your first gut feeling can always be trusted. That is true. That is true. All right, now this is coming out in reverse for you, which means that you have not been trusting your intuition. And we see that right above this card is this 8 of Swords. Remember, your intuition is trying to guide you forward in some way. You're not trusting that because you're blindfolded. You can't see the path forward. So it's like, why would I trust my intuition? Like, I don't know if it's going to hurt me. And Spirit's saying, like, please, please. You cannot see the future like we can super clearly, and you may be afraid to make choices or changes that are bold, that will change your reality. However, your intuition has been guiding you in a direction of healing, in a direction of like leading you towards something better, and you need to follow that intuition. Okay. Now, if you're confused because you are having a hard time listening to your intuition and differentiating like what is my intuition saying versus like what, like, because you're confused, your emotions are all over the place, I don't know. First and foremost, usually I find that we get to this place when it comes to our relationships, okay? Like, oh, what do I do? Like, this or that, blah, blah, blah. If you're feeling confused in the present moment, it's because you are out of alignment. I honestly think that if you feel so much confusion in relationships, like, do I stay, do I go, are they good, are they bad? Usually the answer is to leave that person. Do not contact them again, because the people, the situations in your life that are in alignment with love, that are in alignment with light and your highest interest, they would go out of their way to make you feel reassured, grounded, and stable. If you're feeling confused on anything, it's because your ego wants something different from your intuition. So your intuition may be saying, this person's a red flag, I need to walk away. And then your ego is saying, oh, but it feels so good to be in love. It feels so good to, you know, be romanced, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to like start over. I don't want to meet someone again. You know, it's so exhausting. And those two are at odds. That's when confusion takes place. That's when you're like, what is my intuition? Or what is like, and it's just all over the place. So if you're feeling confusion, it's usually because your intuition is telling you something that you don't want to hear. Second card out, the Cozy Witch, otherwise known as the Fool. This is actually a really positive card, and it shows you starting a whole new journey. It says, take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. Yeah, guys, this is an insane new beginning taking place here. I love it. I'm really seeing a new, fresh start for you that your intuition is guiding you towards this week, okay? And you're being asked to be bold, to take this fresh start. Third card out is the 8 of Cups in reverse. Guys, I knew it. I knew it. This fresh start, what your intuition is guiding you to do that you're having a hard time listening to, it involves walking away from something or someone, okay? It'll be different for all of you. For some of you, in your heart and soul, you know that your job right now is not good for you. You feel stuck, you feel confused, should I leave, should I not leave? Because your intuition is saying, leave, find something new. But then your logic, your ego is saying, oh, but the money is good, it's stable. If I leave, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bills, blah, 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 blah. Trust the intuition, okay? It will guide you to a path of safety, security, prosperity, always. And one of the biggest factors that comes into having a life where you feel like things are moving slowly, your progress is slow. The reason why you feel like your progress is slow is because your reaction time to listening to your intuition is slow. So your intuition will say this, or you'll have an idea pop in your head that's really good, and you sit on it. You say, oh, I don't know, let me think about blah, 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 blah. Just follow the first gut feeling. As soon as it comes up, take action on your ideas as they come up. You know, your reaction time is too slow here. Okay, I just spat right at the camera. I am so sorry. All right, anyways, 8 of Cups. This is what it looks like upright. You have it in reverse though. And it says, if your life feels stale, explore some new scenery. Yeah. Guys, you're being asked to go on a whole new adventure. Leo, some of you may be wanting to move, maybe wanting to travel, maybe wanting to get a new job, or some of you may be even breaking up with someone or thinking like, should I get into a new relationship? And the answer to all these questions are yes. It is beyond time for you to explore some new scenery, to start a new chapter. Your intuition has been guiding you onwards. Now, take it where it resonates in your life. I don't want all of you to sell your house, quit your relationship, quit your job if they're all good. You know, this could be just one area of your life. So if you're in a happy relationship, don't just dump your person because I did this reading, you know what I mean? This may be talking about something else, I don't know, quitting a habit or whatever. You get the point. Meeting new friends because your old friends kind of suck. You know what I mean? So, second row of cards out. Fourth card is the Page of Wands. Beautiful. That's what it looks like. And it says, just because you're passionate about it doesn't mean it'll be effortless. Ooh, I do career readings for people all the time like this, with this message that comes out. Whenever someone comes to me, and it could be in a reading, it could be my friends, wanting to start a business, one thing I always notice about these people is that they don't realize how much work actually goes into having your own business and, being a freelancer, being someone who has something really big. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example. I had a friend one time come to me and they wanted to start their own life coaching business. And I'm like, okay, how are you going to promote yourself on social media? Are you going to have a website? How are you going to do readings? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, no, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to have a word of mouth business. And I'm like, it's not going to work. I love you, but it's not going to work. First off, your friends, your family members, most likely none of them will buy your service. That's just the cold hard truth. Your biggest supporters are always strangers in business. And secondly, you can't run a business without the advertisement. It looks easy from the outside to have a business or have this huge thing that you're passionate about. You may be thinking oh, it's so easy to run a blog. It's so easy to have a YouTube channel. It's so easy to do this, that, the third. There is so much more work that goes into it. And that work may not be what you are passionate about. For example, I run a business, I run a YouTube channel. I love filming readings. I love, posting videos. I love connecting with you guys. I don't love doing my own taxes. I don't love, maintaining the IT department of my website. I don't love, doing written readings sometimes, okay? There's work behind everything that's worthwhile in life. You know what I mean? Nothing is all sunshine and rainbows. And Spirit is saying that to you because, you need to keep this in mind. You should follow your passion. However, it's not going to be easy all the time. Same thing with relationships. You know, you may love your partner. It may be very passionate. However, there is work that will go into it. And people say this all the time. And it's important to recognize that, you know, like relationships in particular should not be all work and like draining. However, you know, there is an effort that you have to put in. So we have Broom coming out, which is first and foremost tool. And it says, tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. Guys, there's a lot of cards coming out here about like making space, walking away, trying something new, bringing fresh energy into your life. It feels like, I'm looking at a reading here where it feels like something has gone stagnant or stale in your life. You may be feeling like life is just stagnant or stale right now. And it's time for you to simultaneously let go of the things that have been stagnating and walk towards newer energies, and bringing newer energies into your life. So this could literally like be expressed as like your home even. It doesn't have to be like dump your girlfriend and, you know, go start dating someone else. Like this could be something as simple as clean out your house, clean out your garage, you know, donate things, get rid of things, to make space for new opportunities, okay? And finally, we have the Knight of Swords coming out in reverse. You may be dealing with an air sign this week, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They could be around the same age as you. This could also be a reflection of your energy. And it's so funny. It says, be ambitious, chase your every dream. And this is someone wanting to start a blog, which is funny because I mentioned that earlier. She wants to be a book blogger. And yeah, it's in reverse here. And I just feel this message here. It's not that your spirit guides are trying to deter you from this path. They're just reminding you that your passion, your ambition, your idea in your head is worth chasing, first and foremost. They're also telling you you have to get started as soon as it comes up. So if you have an idea right now that you haven't gotten started on, just go start it. Okay? You can start it even now as I'm playing in the background, giving you this reading. Okay? And additionally, it will be work. You know, it'll take a lot of time, and you're less likely to pursue that dream that takes time if you have a lot of junk in your life taking up space. So, it's all coming together now. Spirit is saying, rid yourself of the clutter that is stagnating your life right now, because you have this idea, this dream of yours that will take up a lot more space, a lot more time, a lot more energy than you realize. Okay? And so Spirit's wanting you to let go of certain things so you can do that. I'll give you a personal example. I dated someone for 2 years who was kind of toxic. Like the relationship took a lot more from me than it gave. And I didn't realize while I was with them that I was draining and wasting a lot of energy and time, because we only saw each other once a week for like a few hours. We didn't even see each other super frequently. So I'm like, it's not like a huge thing, but I would talk to them constantly. I remember looking at my, if you have an iPhone, you can look at your screen time and see how often you spend on each app. And I would message them on WhatsApp, and they were the only person I messaged there. And I was on WhatsApp for like 45 minutes to an hour every single day just texting them. That's crazy. That is insane. And so I was wasting a lot of time on this person who did not give me that time or energy back. And it was very apparent. Like I would send them paragraphs, they would send me like words. Anyways, after I broke up with them, I started this YouTube channel because I had all this time and space in my life. I'm like, what can I do with this? And I'm like, let me follow my passions and start a second YouTube channel doing weekly, monthly tarot readings. So it was beautiful. So that's an example of this energy, you know, releasing the things that are stagnating, not working for you, to make room for the passions of yours, like your personal passions and interests that will serve you, but like you don't realize you need a lot more energy for it, and you may not realize the sources that are draining your energy right now. And if you were to let go of them, you're not going to feel emptiness. That's like one thing a lot of people are afraid of, you know, when they leave something. They're like, oh, if I break up with this person, if I, you know, disown this friend, this family member, like I'm gonna be alone. Like, what if I'm bored? And it's like, you already have ideas, passions, and interests that will fill your time up. You have enough interests and ideas to live like 20 lifetimes and not get bored, okay? Like, don't let that be the thing that stops you, all right? Thank you guys for joining me. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs this week to get the fullest overview of the week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my Goddess Energy Intention Oil there and my spiritual life coaching sessions there. In particular, get the tarot and mediumship reading for 2024 from my website. It is an hour-long personal video reading where I will dive into 2023, what you learned, 2024, what's going to happen in multiple areas of your life, love life, finances, spirituality, like so many different things. And you'll have the opportunity to ask about any questions, situation going on in your life. You can leave any relevant backstory that you need, and I will touch upon that in your reading as well. And then we will finish off by opening the floor up to any spirits that want to come through and give you messages, encouragement, anything. So it's a beautiful offering, and it's only going to be here until the end of January. So literally go get that now before you forget because it will be gone soon. And it is an incredible reading. I love doing them. Okay, so thank you guys for joining me. Bye.